Okay, so let's talk about 2026 because AI is really breaking out of the lab and into our daily lives. And we're not just talking about smarter chatbots here. We are talking about a fundamental shift in how we work, how we solve huge problems, and how we innovate. Today, we're going to break down 7 key trends that show what's possible when people and AI really, truly join forces. So, the biggest change here, it's not just about AI getting faster or more powerful, it's about a completely new relationship. We're moving away from seeing AI as just a tool, something that answers questions, to seeing it as a genuine partner, something that actually amplifies our own expertise and makes us better at what we do. This quote from Aparna Chandapragada at Microsoft just nails it. The future isn't about replacing humans, it's about amplifying them. This isn't a competition, it's not us versus the machines, it's about creating an unbelievably powerful partnership. All right, so here's our game plan. We're going to see how AI is becoming our new digital coworker. Then we'll look at how it's helping tackle some of the world's biggest challenges. After that, we'll peek under the hood at the engine driving all this innovation. And finally, we'll talk about what all of this means for you. All right, first up, let's dig into how AI is showing up at work. And I don't just mean as another app on your computer. I mean as a legitimate teammate. Just imagine this. A small team, maybe just 3 people, launching a massive global campaign in a matter of days. That's the kind of power we're talking about when AI is your coworker. It does the heavy lifting, all the data crunching, the content creation, which frees up the human team to do what we do best, focus on strategy and creativity. Okay, but as these AI agents start joining our teams, a huge question pops up, right? How in the world do we trust them? If they're handling sensitive company data and helping make decisions, we have to be absolutely sure they're secure. And what's so interesting here is how we're starting to solve that problem. We're basically treating these AI agents just like human employees. We're giving them a clear identity, limiting their access to only what they need, managing the data they handle, and protecting them from outside threats. It's like digital HR for your AI coworker. Now, to get our heads around this next trend, you've got to understand the sheer scale we're dealing with in software development. Just in 2025, developers on GitHub were merging 43 million pull requests every single month. That is just a mind-boggling amount of code. And all of that activity, well, it leads to this, an absolute explosion of data. Over 1 billion code changes were tracked in just 1 year. There's just no way human teams can manage that kind of complexity on their own anymore. So how do you manage 1 billion code changes? Well, you can't just throw more people at the problem. This is where something called repository intelligence comes into play. It's AI that's smart enough to understand not just the lines of code, but the why behind them, the history, the context, the relationships. This allows it to make much smarter suggestions and catch errors before they even happen. Okay, so let's zoom out a bit. Because beyond the office, AI is becoming this incredible partner for tackling some of humanity's biggest, thorniest problems. And believe me, the stakes here are incredibly high. The World Health Organization estimates that a staggering 4.5 billion people, that's more than half the world, don't have access to essential health services. That's a huge, huge gap, and it's one where technology could really start to make a difference. And check this out. This is an absolutely stunning example of AI's potential. Microsoft built a diagnostic AI that solved really complex medical cases with over 85% accuracy. A group of experienced doctors looking at the same cases, they averaged around 20%. Now, this isn't about replacing doctors. It's about giving them an incredibly powerful new partner. And this idea of a collaborator, it's happening in the research lab too. AI is moving beyond just analyzing data. It's starting to act like a true research partner, generating its own hypotheses, helping to run experiments, and collaborating with its human colleagues. And for the absolute biggest challenges, things like developing new medicines or materials, we're getting really close to this thing called quantum advantage. And because of a new hybrid approach, where quantum computers work together with AI and supercomputers, that breakthrough moment is way closer than most people think. So what's the engine behind all these incredible breakthroughs? Well, it turns out the very infrastructure running AI is getting a massive, massive upgrade. So the thinking is totally shifting. It's not just about building bigger and bigger data centers anymore. The new way is to build smarter, to create these dense, efficient AI superfactories that act like a global air traffic control system, making sure every bit of computing power is used perfectly. And this really gets to the heart of it. Success isn't just about raw size anymore. The new way to measure AI is by the quality of the intelligence it produces and how efficiently it does it. It's about being smart, not just big. Okay, so we've seen where AI is heading, from our desks to our research labs, and that brings us to, honestly, the most important question of all. I mean, if AI is going to be our coworker, our research assistant, our problem-solving partner, what does that mean for you, for your career? What are the skills you need to be focusing on right now? So, what's the game plan? What's your playbook for this new AI era? Well, it's pretty clear it's not about competing with AI. It's all about collaboration. The key is to lean into what makes us human: strategic thinking, creativity, good judgment. Your job is to be the director, to steer the AI and guide it as a powerful partner to get things done. At the end of the day, this whole transformation, it really comes down to us. AI is becoming this incredible partner in work and discovery, and that leaves us with one final thought to really chew on as we step into this new world. Are we ready to be good teammates?